Welcome. Now, we did make mention that there might be a special guest tonight. Here she is. It's Mel. Hey, Mel.
Hi.
Okay. Right. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Happy 2016. Who is up for their best year ever? I am. Are you guys? Yep. Got a yes over there. Got a yes over here.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. So I absolutely love this time of year. It feels like a clean slate where you can kind of look at the year that was, remember your successes, think about your failures, and frankly, there's successes if you learned something. Think about the year that's coming ahead, what it is you want from it, what you'd like to play out, what you'd like to achieve. If you're on this call, it's evident that your Nucerity business is something that you would like to have some hopes and dreams with. So I really think that this is going to be the year that Nucerity explodes. We are going into our third year in April in Australia. Truly, it's starting to hit momentum, and Ash and I were reminiscing today, as a matter of fact, a year ago. So we're coming up to our second year anniversary on the 9th of January. A year ago, pretty much to the day, we were floating in the waters of CoPP, celebrating our first anniversary. I think in a couple of months we're going to be slumming it in Hawaii. I'm really not looking forward to that much at all. And of course we've got a bunch of the team who are, going to be crumbing it up in Vietnam this year. So, no better time to be building your business with Nucerity. Truly. So in terms of getting your business humming, we have hit on it in the previous training regarding the Blitz. If you haven't already done it, fill out your Blitz form. We know it's been a busy time of year, school holidays, people have been away. If you haven't done it, it's not too late. Just get that form out and fill it out. Now is the time. So doing the Blitz document is a really, really powerful tool to see your path clearly. Once the document is filled out, you definitely need to give it to your upline, because this business cannot be done alone. They need to be able to see your vision and help you. This business, not done alone, I stress that. So give it to your upline, your sponsor, your friend, somebody who you can share it with, who is going to help you. The next really important factor is that you nominate an accountability partner. I think the best way to tackle this is literally to set a phone call that happens every single week. You're going to be speaking to that person. They are either going to give you a good kick up the bum, they'll congratulate you on your successes, and then you guys can sort of collaborate and talk about tasks that you can be doing from week to week to week based on what has been happening. So you really need somebody who is going to keep you accountable, motivated, and totally kick your bum if it needs to be kicked. Right, so tonight we are taking you through a few things. Number one, we're taking you through each of the steps in this business. Number two, we're going to give you some insight as to how to read the points so you can set goals according to the rank that you or your teammate want to achieve. And Mel is going to enlighten us with a very cool vision of how success can be guaranteed. So I'm going to throw you over to Mel.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. How are you going? Nice to see you on the call tonight on this lovely Thursday evening. Still, some people will be in holiday mode. I've pretty much not been in holiday mode the whole Christmas. My poor husband, but anyway, a few beach days. So I'm going to talk about one of the points that I put on the Blitz page about challenging yourself. And I Googled a few things to see, some inspiration to put up. And I read this paragraph in when I was Googling, and I really found it interesting. So I posted it and got a lot of response from it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight. So challenging yourself about talking to people. I think this is one of the most difficult things that we all find in this business, is talking to people. So what I want everyone to do is, challenge yourself to start talking to people every day. You can make it one person, two people, doesn't matter, but just somebody. Get in front of somebody. And, I know people are freaking out right now going, I don't know if I can do it. But once you start, you will find it so easy. You'll do one and then you'll do the next one, and before you know it, it just becomes second nature. So this is the challenge for the rest of the Blitz, is to choose how many people you're going to talk to every single day, and just do it. Make a script to start. So if I actually told you that I would pay you $500 to invite someone to the business opportunity, would you find a way to go and talk to 2 people and invite someone per day? I think you would. Who wouldn't want $1,000 every day? So you wouldn't worry about what you were going to say. You would just be thinking, I've got to talk to someone about this business, about this opportunity, about this product. And so what I say to you is find your own motivation to do that anyway. Find the motivation to go and talk to somebody regardless of whether I'm going to pay you or not. The more you do it, as I said, the easier it gets. And I have spoken to a few people over my time, and I was one of them that was really shy. I probably don't know it now because I'm chattering away, but I'm naturally quite shy. And I had one lady that I was talking to that had the same issue, and I said, just practice. Just go into the supermarket and start a conversation, not even about Nucerity. Just say hello. Instead of putting your head down, look up, look at the person and engage in a conversation. It gets so much easier the more you do it. So the question is, the question is never where to find people. We're surrounded by people everywhere we go. The question is, are you willing to talk to them and invite them and show them what we have and what the opportunity is and what the product is? And that's the issue. We go out every day. We see people. We're at the chiropractor. We're at massage. We're at school pickup, school drop-off. We go to the gym. So there's people everywhere. And, you know, we have an amazing product and we have an amazing opportunity, and people need to know about it. And there's people wanting to know. They don't know that yet, but they want to know about it. So you just have to get out there and talk to people. So think outside the box, you know, in your day-to-day life. Think about where could I go today? Who could I grab to go for a coffee somewhere? Go for a wander around some sort of shops that I've never been to before. Brisbane's full of them. Everywhere's full of shops, coffee shops, you know, little boutiques, whatever, just to go and talk and mingle. There's lots of places. So, and just talk to people. That's all you have to do. So if you consider the potential of growing your business to a $2 million asset, then your 1,400 invites, that's 2 a day for 2 years. You know, we do call this the 4-year career. So, you know, 2 years of that to be inviting every day. They would be worth $1,400 each. That's more than what I could pay you. And the $500 I've offered you to invite someone. So there's really great value in inviting people. That's, you know, a really extreme number, but it's a really great example of what can be achieved over 2 years of actually getting out there and talking to people. And it can be, you know, one day it could be someone from your list that you've been meaning to talk to. It could be, you know, a mother that you often just say hi to at the school drop-off, and, you know, that's all you do. Like, make the effort to actually have a conversation. So a little bit about a story that Eva told me a while ago. When Eva first started the business, she made a little pact with herself to invite one person every day, or talk to one person every single day for a whole month. And she did that. And she was one day, she was up at Channel 10, that's where we worked together there for a while, and she was telling me she was in the news was happening. She was like, I haven't talked to anyone yet. What am I going to do? And in the ad break, because in the news, you go in and you powder the people. She's like, right, I've got to go talk to the cameraman. She went up to cameraman Troy and just went, you heard about Nucerity, blah, 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 blah. And that was done. She did what she set out to do, talk to her one person. But another interesting thing is on her 30th day, she worked with Abigail when I was away on holiday. They worked together up at Channel 10. Abigail knew nothing about Nucerity at all, and Eva told Abigail, it was her last day of the 30-day challenge she set herself, told Abigail. Abigail joined on the spot. Abigail was the first diamond in Australia. So that is pretty powerful. You just never know when you're going to meet someone that could just make your business fly. It took 30 days of talking to someone every day. She probably talked to more people, you know, in those days as well. But that was the challenge. And everyone knows Eva's story, that she was a little bit of a, you know, I guess she was saying a hermit, didn't go out much. So it was a challenge for her, but she did it. And Abigail just spread the wings and flew, and just really accelerated Eva's business beyond belief. So if that's an example of what can happen, then I just think you just have to go for it. So my challenge, as I said, for the Blitz, is to take some massive action towards this step. Reach out and invite. It can just be one person. Just have your list every single day, one person. You know, the old trick is the coin in the pocket, one side, and move it to the other side once you've talked to somebody, and set that goal every day. Reach out to people. Reach out to people on Facebook. Reach out to people, you know, wherever you go. Just talk. As I said, you know, your dentist. I had someone talk to her baby chiropractor today. She was telling me, just went, would you be interested in hearing about this? And she was like, yeah, I would. And she told her, been seeing her for months and didn't say anything. So it just took that initial action. And inviting means invite them to three-way calls, invite them to launches, invite them to coffee shop meetings, invite them to have Skype meetings as well, because there's a lot of international and lots of people around Australia that we can Skype with too, which is great. So this can be used for your long-term goals as well as your short-term goals. So obviously, if you're serious about this business, you're in it for the long haul, which all of us three definitely are. So I plan on trying to, you know, do this for the next couple of years. So, and use your uplines. As Marni said, you have to use the people in your upline to help you, and that's the way you learn. Also, another point that I really found interesting, I was reading something the other day about another company that's been here for 9 years, has, I think, close to 100 millionaires in Australia in that company. We don't have our first millionaire yet, but there will be. And we haven't met maybe the 20th yet. Someone in someone's team will be the 20th millionaire. It could be you sitting right there. I'm sitting next to two here. So, so, you know, the possibility is absolutely huge. So be bold, be brave, just go out there, be yourself, and share what we have, because it's absolutely brilliant. All right, thanks for listening. I'll hand you over.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming. Okay, I've got a little exercise here, everyone. Grab a pen and paper. I think that I should put that online. I want you to write down the following steps to doing the Nucerity business. Okay, this is what we need to do to run our business. We're just going to pop the slide up. Hold on one jiffy, folks. All right. So we have got prospecting, inviting and intriguing, three-way calls, presenting, home meetings and coffee meetings, enrolling, mentoring, follow-up, attending weekly meetings and weekly webinars like this, attending conferences, regional trainings, and Super Saturdays/Sundays. So I want you to think about each of these, and I would like you to put a score from 0 to 10 beside each of them. Now, 0 is if you don't do them at all, 5 if you do them sometimes, and 10 if you do them often all the time, okay? This exercise is absolutely not to make you feel bad. If you have a 0 for everything, that is okay. That is just a sign that there is room for improvement. It's not to make you feel bad. Ash and I actually did this exercise in a meeting last year with Eva. Mel, you were there as well. It was really, really insightful. It was very insightful. It was quite, it just showed where you can grow your business just by improving. So let's look at this. Prospecting. Are you adding to your list? Where is your list? Is your list under your bed? Is it in your handbag? Is it in your phone? Is it close to you? And are you adding to it daily? Are you thinking about it? Are you obsessing over it? Inviting and intriguing. Are you telling people what you do? Are you inviting them to hear more? Are you inviting them to presentations? 3-way calls. Are you doing them with your upline? Are you doing them for your team? Presenting, home meetings, coffee meetings. These could be via Skype. Are you presenting yourself, or are you organising for your team to have presentations? Enrolling. Are you closing the deal? Are you converting prospects to members? Are you enrolling them often, and are you enrolling them quickly? That is key, quickly. So are you doing them? Are you doing it now and then? Are you doing it often? Are you doing it not at all? So 0 to 10. Mentoring. Are you mentoring your new members and making sure they feel mentored within 48 hours? We know that this is not always possible. That is just the absolute ideal. We know how powerful that window is when someone first joins and they think their life might change forever. The key being that they take action quickly. It is honestly make or break. Are you mentoring? If you get your mentors to do the mentor meetings, are you listening to them? Are you in on the mentor meeting? So follow up. I think this is where we found that we had a big fat, maybe less than 10. You need to follow up after inviting. You need to follow up after you've given someone a bottle. You need to follow up after presentations. You need to follow up after enrolling, and you need to follow up after mentoring. So are you following up? Could you improve? Are you attending weekly meetings in your area? We have got meetings in Brisbane. We have got them online. We have got them at the Gold Coast. In actual fact, I think they're up and down the coast.
Sunny Coast.
The Sunshine Coast, every single Monday.
Opportunity meeting next week.
Say that again.
Opportunity meeting next week.
Yep. We have got so many meetings going on. Are you going? Even if you're not taking people along, you should be going. Even if you're listening to a presentation for the 3rd or 4th time, you should be going. Get along to these meetings. Give yourself a score. Conferences, regional trainings, and Super Saturdays. Well, we've got a Super Sunday this Sunday being organised by Ever and Pam at Coomera. Are you going? Regional trainings. Well, gosh, we've got the one coming up in March where Melissa and David are coming. You'd be completely mad if you haven't bought your ticket for that. And conferences. Obviously, conferences change the game for everyone. Once you go to a conference, you'll be absolutely blown away when you go to a conference. So, you know, if you're considering San Diego in any way, shape or form, buy the ticket, be impetuous, get on board. Either way, what is your score for that? So when you look at your scores, underline anything that has got anything lower than a 5. And that's what you need to work on during this Blitz. That's what you need to do more of, and that's what you need to get better at. What you do, your team does. It's so powerful knowing that what you do, your team does. So if you find you're falling down in any one of these, likelihood is your team are as well. It's duplication in its absolute essence. So really think about that. If you don't do 3-way calls, your team won't do 3-way calls. If you don't attend weekly meetings, your team won't attend weekly meetings. If you don't come along to these webinars, your team won't come along to these webinars. Basically, it's that simple. Work out where you're not quite hitting the mark, put some time and effort in, just consider it. If you need help with it, contact your upline. Just remember, if you want something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done. Yeah, I love that. Ever and Abby always say, if someone's business is not growing, are they following the Nucerity formula. And this is literally the formula. If you want to know about a system, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That is the system right there. Yeah, I hope your scores were to your liking. Now, Ash is just going to share with us a little bit about the points and how to set goals and read the back office so that you can make a plan for your Blitz.
Oh, thanks, Marni. Thanks, guys. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about actually reading the points in your back office, because that is how we're paid. That is how the business works. So everything that Marni and Mel have been telling you is absolutely fantastic. But you also, if you're doing all that, you're 100 miles ahead, but you need to also know how to help your team with the points, or how to help yourself go up the ranks. When Marni and I first started our business, Eva would sometimes call and say, she was mentoring us at the time, and she'd say, did you know you're only 175 points away from silver? And we'd look at each other and go, well, how does she even know that? How do we know that? We had no idea for quite a while. And I'll admit, I had a lot of problems understanding. I'm not a numbers girl. And I had a lot of problems trying to understand even how the back office worked, how those points to carry forward worked. And some of you are probably on this call and know all about it, but for anyone that's new, it's just really important that you do understand. And it's important for the people that do understand to make sure your new people can read their back office, and to let them know if they are close to bronze or silver or superstar, whatever it is. And I'm just going to share the screen here because that's where the bonuses are at the beginning. Let me just share the screen here for a second. The bonuses are really important at the beginning. Really important. Superstar, 35 US. Someone gets a bonus very quickly, as well as the points they're getting. When they get to bronze, they need 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and they need 500 on each leg, and they get 70 US, and it goes higher and higher. Silver, for someone to get to silver, $175, that's 200 or so Australian dollars, which I think everybody would like that. And right at the beginning, it's so important for people to see that we do get paid. So keep an eye on your new people and see how they might be so close. There might be people that are sitting there not doing anything, and they might be so close to bronze. And if they get to bronze, they get superstar bonus and the bronze bonus. So make sure you do understand all of these. Now I'm just going to actually run through how the back office works. Now just give me a second. I know that's probably hard to see. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. So this is someone's back office. And you'll see here, I'm just going to explain how it actually works. This person has achieved gold. That's their highest rank, but they're now dropped down a little bit to silver, which often happens after you reach a rank. You could drop down and then you stabilize it. Now, in this example here, I'm going to show you, this is the current week. This is how you read your back office. The current week is everything that's happening from Monday to the next Monday. So that's all the new enrollments, any auto ships, any orders. That's your current week. You carry forward, which is down here. That's any points that you haven't been paid on. So last week, you can see here, this person isn't being paid. They've got loads of points accruing here, which is wonderful, because they need to boost up the left leg. So that's your carry forward. Now, when they say what rank we're at, that's the addition of all 4 weeks together. So it's accumulation of all 4 weeks. So you can see here, week 2, that was last week. It's now week 2. Then we've got week 3, week 4. So at the end of this coming week, this is going to drop off. Now, this is really important to understand. And if this doesn't make sense to some people, you're hearing it for the first time, just ask your mentor to explain this again. Week 4 drops off at the end of the week, and then week 3 becomes week 4. Everything moves down. Now, I'm going to tell you why that's important. In this example, pretend I want this person to go to platinum. So I've just clicked down, so it's platinum. Can you see here, they've got 600 points here. Hang on, oops, sorry, this has just jumped way too far for me. Here we go.
Clear about the drop down.
Yeah, Marni just asked me to be clear about the drop down. I'm just going to show you here again. This is gold here. I'm using this drop down menu to see what it is they need to get to platinum. Hang on, sorry guys, I'm mixing up myself here. Silver, bronze. Silver, bronze. There we go. Okay, I'm going to explain this one again. Just sorry that was confusing. I just clicked over a few slides. So this person is silver, and I want them to get to gold. And you can see here on this right team, can you see on this week 4, they've got 700 points. That's going to drop off at the end of this week, and you'll see then they'll be left with a lot fewer points. So to get to gold,
And that's a lovely bonus. How much is gold? That's 500 US. So that's an awesome bonus. They need 1,575. If we can do that this week, that'd be great, because if that 700 drops away, they've got a lot more points to get the next week. I hope that makes sense to everybody, but the drop-off is really important. And what's 1,575? That's like 3 builder packs and a trio or an auto ship. So you can break it down. So you'd immediately say to your team member, I can see your silver, but we can get you to gold by the end of the week. Who have you been talking to? What have you been doing?
Where's your follow-up?
Yeah, where's your follow-up? Let's have a look. Let's sit down. Let's do some 3-way calls. And 1,575 points might seem like a lot to some people. It's not a lot at all, especially if you're talking about the bigger packs. It can be done very easily. So it's very important to understand that drop-down menu. Another thing as well I want to show you here, I'm going to drop quick forward over here. This person here is gold. I'd like to get them to platinum. Say that's their goal in the 6 weeks. Now, gold, to get to platinum, you need 5,000 points on either side. So 5,000 points, who's good at maths here? 5,000 points divided by 4 is, I think, 1,250, yeah. 1,250. That's what they need once a week for 4 weeks. So that's how I break that down for someone. Here you can see their right team, that they're great over there. So for here, let's try and build it up so that's what they have in the 6-week blitz. And that's doable. 3,000 points might sound like a lot, but if you break it down into the weeks, that's how it works. Now, one of the things Marni and I do every time we're trying to help people in a blitz, or even when we're trying to help ourselves, is to concentrate on our team, not ourselves. One of the things I learned from Vancouver that stayed with me the whole time is not to worry about your own check, worry about your team's weekly paycheck. And not to worry about your own rank, worry about your team's rank. And that's what everybody, I know Mel is more probably concerned about our rank than her own. The same with Abby. It's, if you worry about your team, you're going to get there. You'll get there. And I read something, I'm just going to read it off my phone, that Eric Warray said, my sister who's in Nucerity watched one of his calls today that was apparently very good. And he says, when setting goals, if it's all about you, you'll get one result. If it's all about others, you'll get a much more powerful result. And it's so true. So if you're doing this blitz, you need to know what your team wants. And if you're new and you've got one person in your team, you need to know what they want. If they're trying to get to bronze, if they're trying to get to silver, and work it out, work it backwards. I know when Marni and I were trying to get to emerald, I think, rank, and we'd been stuck on, we needed 10,000 points for ages, forever. And suddenly one day it just dipped down. I said to Marni, oh gosh, we need 9,000 points. And suddenly it seemed doable. And we literally sat down and went, well, who needs help? Who can we help here? And we forgot about those 9,000 points and just went to everybody. Who needs help? What ranks we want to get? And we worked it out that way. So I hope that's made a little bit of sense. Hope it wasn't too confusing. Sometimes these numbers are confusing. But try and get a grasp of it. It is important to understand it because it is the way we get paid, and it is the way we go up the ranks, which are really important.
And when you go up the ranks, you make more money.
And when you go up the ranks, you make more money. And when you go up the ranks, you get eventually to go on trips. As Marni was saying, we've got a group of people going to Vietnam. I would love to have 4 or 5 times the amount of those people on next year's trip. And probably half of you, or hopefully all of you on the call, will get to go on that. And if you do this blitz, you're really starting off the year really strongly to end with going on one of those trips next year, and they're definitely worth it. It's an awesome goal to have. So that's me with the points, ladies. I hope that's all worked out.
Rowdy.
Hang on, let me get back.
Bye.
So thanks so much, guys.
Thanks so much for coming, turning up. It's great to see you all. We'll catch you soon. Don't forget.
Make sure you contact us, contact
Yes.
your upline,
We're
make some time, make some appointments, make some calls.
Yeah,
We're here to help.
with the exception of next week, we will be doing business opportunity meetings every single Tuesday night at the Queen's Arms, starting on the
19th.
19th.
Tuesday. I'll
Tuesday.
post it, except
Tuesday the 19th.
the next week is Australia Day, so we won't be having that.
Yeah, and then we've got the new meetings that Eva is heading up
The
at
20th.
it's called Darling & Co in Paddington. So that's throughout this month. You really need to get everyone to a business opportunity with us. It'll be either us or Abby doing the biz ops on the Tuesday, and of course we'll be at the meetings on the Wednesday. But anyway, we'll see you next Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Night night.